Welcome to the channel. I'm Hudson, and I have some tartan swatches that I want to show and tell. Alright? As I like to say, I'm no expert, but I can show and tell. These tartan swatches were purchased from usakilts.com, and some of the tartan swatches, or some of the tartans were woven at House of Edgar Mill, some were woven at Martin Mills, and some were woven at Le Carré. So officially, most of them woven at House of Edgar. One of them at Martin Mills and the other one at Le Carré, all purchased from USA Kilts. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do is show each tartan swatch in the shade, and then hopefully I'm lucky and we can show it in the sun to see the color variation. And I'm on vacation right now, and there seems to be a lot of sun, and then hopefully it's not too much noise. But as of now, the shade for all of them and then the sun. And what I'll do is I'll give some information from the internet to make this more informative. This is the E pluribus unum tartan swatch. Get a close-up of the sticker there. E pluribus unum, 13-ounce wool, House of Edgar, purchased from USA Kilts. Information from the internet. This tartan, designed in 2024 by Rocky of USA Kilts. Its name translates out of many one. Let me repeat that. Its name translates to out of many one. E pluribus unum. The historic national motto that cemented America's path by uniting 13 separate colonies. The color palette visually honors the American heritage concept. Pretty cool, huh? So, designed by USA Kilts, woven at the House of Edgar, purchased from USA Kilts, and this costs about 10 USD. So, as I like to say, if you can't buy the kilt, right? If they can be quite expensive, just have a tartan swatch for your collection. The kilts have meaning. That's why I'm interested in them. That's why it's my hobby. Because kilts represent different people, places, and things. And for anyone that has a problem with that because it's a type of skirted garment, I always like to bring up this phrase for religious people out there that may know the story of David and Goliath. When David threw the rock at Goliath, do you think David was wearing jeans and a baseball cap? No, he was wearing a tunic, a robe. It's a skirted garment. And if you look at other pictures in history, men, warriors, leaders wore skirted garments. It's this like thing today where men can't do that. But a real man can wear that. And the kilt is a perfect example of that. It's like me, I'm wearing flowers on my basketball jersey, right? I'm a real man with a family. So it's possible. You just have to have the courage and the validation to do it, and you do. For those that say it's just Scottish or cultural appropriation, contact any kilt maker in Scotland, and they'll be happy to take your money. Their only request might be you just wear it properly. You gotta have knowledge, not just people's opinions. Back to the tartan swatches. This next one is called America's 250th. Let's get a look at the tag. America's 250th, 13-ounce wool, woven by the House of Edgar Mill. Let's get a good look at some information. This tartan was designed by USA Kilts as part of their America's 250th collection to celebrate the United States semi-quincentennial. It's 250 years. Semi-quincentennial. The color scheme utilizes 2 shades of red for courage and determination, 3 shades of blue for curiosity, exploration, and innovation, and a weathered white parchment representing the long road of resilience of the American experience. Another pretty cool tartan, huh? And what makes it even better is that these tartans that I have, it looks like so different in the sun. Oh, I just had sweat drip. Ay, ay, ay. Right there. Sweat dripped on it. All right, I'm back. I guess that's perfect. That sweat dropping on the tartan. The American dream can lead to a tough road. Now, I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Betsy Ross house is located there. Sometimes kids, well, in my day, they would go there on a school trip. And as soon as I saw this, I automatically thought Betsy Ross house. Okay. Pretty cool tartan. If I had like unlimited funds, this would be one of those I would buy. All right. Moving to the next. Okay. This next one is a Utah State seal. That's right. A seal of the Utah State. And it's pretty cool looking at the state seals. They really look like old-timey things. They have different logos, emblems, things inside of the seal. They kind of give you a history of what the state was all about in its beginning stages. It's pretty cool. You can like delve into that topic. I'll even put an image of the Utah State seal on the screen so that you can see. And if I can, I mean, if the image is available, I'll see if I can put a group image of every U.S. state seal on the screen. If that's available, I'll pull out a little bit to make it easier. And then hopefully, if I can find it, it'll pop up here. And you can look at every single one. It's pretty cool. Let's find some information, or let's read some information about this. Part of USA Kilts exclusive collection. Oh, sorry. Let's start with this. Utah State Seal Tartan, 13-ounce wool from Martin Mills. Part of USA Kilt's exclusive collection of U.S. State Seal Tartans. The color palette directly derived from the official Great Seal of Utah, incorporating symbols like the iconic beehive representing industry and the state nickname, and themes reflecting Utah's history. Ah, this is some pretty cool information. What I forgot to add was the background of the mill. I also had information on that. Um, all right, so this actually works out perfectly because this is Martin Mills. The next one is House of Edgar, and the next one is La Caron. So I can just start here with the mill information of Martin Mills from the internet. Mill background for Martin Mills. Founded in 1931 in Yorkshire, England, Martin Mills is a traditional, family-owned and managed weaving mill renowned for combining heritage craftsmanship with cutting-edge German Dornier weaving technology. Martin Mills. And pretty cool tartan. Let's move to the next. This one right here is the Warrior Poet tartan from House of Edgar, and it's 13-ounce wool. It's a little small compared to the rest as far as the swatch size. But I looked at it and I saw it and I said, that's pretty cool. And the name got me too. Warrior Poet. Okay. And the colors really pop. It's like on camera it's coming out with something different than what I see with my own eyes. Like a brighter. For example, in between these squares to my eyes, they just look black. Black and a dark blue. Slightly. I had to look really close for the dark blue. But on the screen, it's like the black border's here, and then this whole area inside is dark blue. With my own eyes, I gotta really squint hard to see it, but it's super bright on camera. That's awesome. And the red is like a little bit like a bright dull, whereas with my own eyes, it's just really, really dull. All right, moving right along. Some information about the tartan. The tartan warrior poet, a striking design featuring black and gray background with muted red and white accent lines. The black and gray represent strength and resilience, the warrior, while the muted red symbolize passion and creativity, the poet. From House of Edgar, woven in Keith, Scottish Highlands. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but what I do know is how to pronounce Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Okay. And also House of Edgar, let's get some mill information on that. Mill background, House of Edgar. Tracing its commercial roots back to 19th century Edinburgh and operating under the McNaughton Group, weaving since 1835. House of Edgar is a premier global name in Highland wear, known for controlling its entire production line from yarn dyeing to final finishing in Scotland. So it's a lot of information, right? But I just wanted to make a stopping point to point out that House of Edgar has some pretty cool collections. And if you're looking at universal tartans to buy, right, this transitions to what I had said in the beginning, that anyone can wear a kilt as long as you wear it with, oh crap, what is the phrase? Let's not get too deep, as long as you wear it the right way. And this video that I'm making is perfect proof. You have the warrior poet tartan that was created specifically by House of Edgar years ago for anyone to wear as universal. And they also have a collection called the 1783 collection, which has one of the oldest found tartans. Glen Afric, I think it's called. Uh-oh, family life. But it just reminds me of the video of like years ago. There was like maybe a reporter on the news, and then and he was doing an interview in his like room, and then a kid came through the door. With me, I was like, just let it flow, let it go, you know. You don't gotta stop the vlog. Like keep it a part of the vlog. Family usually makes things that much better. Usually, gotta have a good family though. Gotta have a good vibe. It's time. It's time to go, but I want to finish this. Well, it's still like, I just want to finish this part, then I guess I'll do the sun a different day, since we're going outside. But USA Kilts has their own collection that they created also, 250th collection, and Surf and Sand is one of them, right? And then the other one, Purple Mountains Majesty is another one, right? And what else can I off the top of my head? The ones I just showed you, E Pluribus Unum, part of that collection. And America's 250th, part of that collection. It's pretty cool. Even have one for carnivals. Like, these things are important in people's lives for carnivals. Let's get started. This tartan maple leaf tartan, 16-ounce wool from Le Caron. Nice tartan. Like, right away, very nice. Maple leaf. This famous maple leaf tartan mirrors the changing seasonal colors of the Canadian maple leaf. Summer green, early autumn gold, frost red, and winter brown. Simple as that. Let me repeat that. The famous maple leaf tartan mirroring the changing seasonal colors of the Canadian maple leaf. Summer green, early autumn gold, frost red, winter brown. All right, let's go over the mill background. Taken from the internet. Established Le Caron, mill background. Established in the Scottish borders with heritage tracking back to Peter Anderson in 1892. Le Caron is widely recognized as the leading global manufacturer of authentic tartan, famous for traditional craftsmanship and supplying high-end kilt cloth worldwide. Okay, it's a new day, our last day at the resort, and I figure I did the first video up there. I figure let me do the rest down here at the table with a little bit of sunlight, so you can see the tartans and the sun, because sometimes the sun does it justice. So it's not full sun, but it's just enough to maybe make them look a little bit different. So let's get started. But before we do, this is a view of family life, mommy and baby, and Tito, which some might call uncle, wife's brother. Let's get started with these tartans. So nothing more needs to be said. We already went over all the information. Now we're just taking a look at the colors and the sun. At least some sun. E pluribus unum, 13-ounce from House of Edgar. And now moving on to the next. Next one, America's 250th. This tartan now in the sun. Let's move it up a little bit more. And this isn't the brightest sun, but it's better than nothing. And I can see a difference already. Colors, you can say pop a little bit more, or maybe it's glow. Yeah, beautiful tartan. Something that'll look good in a jacket, a coat, some socks, tablecloth, like a universal tartan, so to speak. I like it. Okay, moving to the next. This one, Utah State Seal, 13-ounce from Martin Mills. Pretty cool. The type of tartan you would love if you're from Utah or had business in Utah or a relation in Utah. Like, my personal story with this that I didn't go over before is that I was married in Utah with the online marriage. So this is why I purchased it. I was like, in some way, let me have something that represents Utah, right? So I have the state seal tartan. Pretty cool, actually. It grows on me. It's one of those tartans that's growing on me. I like it. This one, Warrior Poet from House of Edgar. This one right here. This one is pretty cool. A nice blend of colors. See the dark blue coming through? I guess that would be crimson red, maybe a white gray or a grayish line coming down here, and then definitely white grayish over here. In my opinion, no expert. Beautiful. Another tartan that will look good, like universally, socks, coat, jacket, vest. Okay. Next is the maple leaf. Wow, this looks really vibrant. And I just looked at my screen. It looks like I had some sand on the screen of the device I'm using. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the video. It didn't look grainy for the rest of the tartans, but I wiped it off on this one. Okay, this is a 16-ounce wool from La Karen, the maple leaf. A very pleasant looking tartan. And this is on my list of ones I want to get made in a kilt. So I'd probably look at the option for 13 ounce for a 5-yard. So it might be a little different. But if not possible, then I'll just have to be 16 ounce. You know, the reason why I would do 13 ounces because of weather. As you can see, the climate that I'm usually in is tropical. So with tropical usually comes heat. And with heat, you usually want a lighter weight. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so that's it and that's all. These are the tartans that I wanted to show. While you're waiting on your next kilt, this is a good gift to yourself as a tartan swatch to look at while you contemplate your next kilt, save for your next kilt, lose weight for your next kilt, whatever your story is. Gain confidence to wear the kilt wherever you're at in life. So that's all I have. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.